Yeah, but Anthony, if trade exposed policies are going to get special treatment, you won't get to your 43% by 2030.
We will, Alan, and that is why it has been addressed. And a number of the companies, including major resource companies, have targets that are much higher than 43% by 2030, much higher. Some of them have quite considerable targets by 2025, others have 50% or 60% by 2030. So we want to make sure that this drives down emissions, but also keeps Australian businesses competitive, which is why we have in our policy an assessment. There'll be no impact in terms of no closure of any mines, no closure of businesses which are trade exposed. That is all there in our policy.
Anthony, I'm saying you won't get to 43% reduction
by
2030.
The analysis by Reputex shows that we will, and indeed the government's own claim, by the way, they have a target of 26 to 28%, but their own claim is that they'll get to 35. So that's already baked in.
Right.
Our policy that will see additional support for electric vehicles by taking taxes off electric vehicles, community batteries, fixing transmission, all of those measures add up to that figure.
Okay, I just want to make one point, and I'll go on to one other thing before we go. I'm simply saying that if they emit more than 100,000 tonnes, they're going to have to buy carbon credits, and that will be a tremendous cost to 215 businesses. And if you say trade-exposed companies are going to get special treatment, then you won't get to that 43% reduction by 2030. But just before we go,
I respectfully disagree, Alan.
Yeah, okay. Live sheep exports is a big issue in WA. Are you going to ban live sheep exports, which are worth millions and millions of dollars to the WA economy? And McGowan doesn't agree with that policy, does he?
What we've said is two things, Alan. One, that we'll maintain the ban that's there now in the northern summer. Okay, so that's something that's in place, has been put in place by the current government, and we'll maintain that. The other thing is that we'll look to a phase out. We haven't got a timeline on that because we want to work with Mark McGowan's government and work with industry to get a good outcome here. A good outcome for sheep farmers, but a good outcome as well for animal protection.
Well, Mark McGowan says, I think the measures that are in place are appropriate. Why would you dismantle them?
Well, we'll work with Mark McGowan and his government. He's a good friend of mine, as you know, Alan. He launched my campaign in this national election. We'll work with him, but we'll also work with the industry to make sure that we get a good outcome. At the last election, there was a time frame on the phase out. We've removed that. One of the things that has happened in this industry, that it has reduced in size. There are ways as well, if we can value add here and create more jobs here, that's one way in which we can actually get that economic value out of the hard work of our farmers.
Good to talk to you. We could talk all day. I really thank you for your time.
Thank you, Alan, and it's a privilege to be on your program so early.
Thank you.
I congratulate you, and I look forward to coming on in the future.
In a different capacity, perhaps.
Well, that's the objective here, Alan.
Objective. Good to talk to you, and thank you for your time. There he is, Anthony Albanese. According to the polls today, he will be Prime Minister in 12 days' time.